pop that spot on my face, it still hurts. What do you mean? The card is full. What's going on YouTube? My name is ADCArtAttack, his name is Bob, and welcome back to a brand new series. That's right, we have started a brand new series on this channel, Inside the Lines, and this name, before I get started with the video, is courtesy of a fellow YouTuber, Dexbot, who contacted me on Twitter and gave me a great idea for the title of this video, or the title of this series. So if you do want to support him, please click the link down below in the description, go check out his channel and just say hi and thank you for naming our child over here. So what is this series? I blinked way too much when I did that. So what is our series? So the purpose of this series is I will be taking art supply products, going over them, giving them a really in-depth review and just talking about them, stuff about them, possibly comparing them with other products more so than I could in my other videos. So this will be a very much focused video on the particular art supply in question. So to kick things off with the first episode, I figured we would talk about something I am very familiar with, and that is the Pro and Brush markers by Winsor & Newton. These things. Yeah. I have been using these markers for a good 10 to 11 years, so I am very experienced with these pens and I have got a lot to say about them. They have gone through so many changes. In fact, I was there when they used to be Letraset, which is something we'll go into in just a moment. But let's have a quick look at the pens themselves and sort of go through the features and the designs of the pens. Now, what you may already see right here is these pens have an abundance of styles and designs. This one, this right here is the original marker from Letraset. Now what happened here was the markers were bought out by Winsor & Newton, the company was bought out by Winsor & Newton, but no matter which type of the pens you get, you are still getting the same product. But this, yeah, is a Winsor & Newton, sorry?
But this and then...
And here is one of the rebranded pens. As you can see, they are somewhat similar. They just swapped out the white for the black, and these ones actually look a little bit more elegant. They have a sort of shinier finish to them and just look really just better, but it's only the sticker that's changed. Everything else is, well, it's the same, so But then they decided, hey, let's have another rebrand. And we got, once again, another rebrand by Winsor & Newton, which gives us this pen, which is an even more simplified version of the design, but this one, in my opinion, just looks way more superior. We get the big color code right here, along with some text along the sides, but most importantly are the ends of the pens. Unlike this one, we have no sticker on the end. There's nothing there, but they have it. Good. These ones didn't have that, which is a major problem when you have a collection like that, because I mean, if that's in there, that was loud. How are you gonna find it? What color is that? I don't know. So yeah, the labels are they're a big win. Get the label ones. I mean, that's all you can get now anyway, so it don't really matter. So on the topic of the Pro and Brush markers, the only difference between these two is one of them has a brush nib and one of them has a bullet nib. The Pro markers, however, do have more colors. Pro markers come in with 148 variations of the colors, where brush markers only have 72, I believe it is, which does suck a little bit. It would be nice to have the entire collection, but as I say, there's no real difference. You're just lacking some of the colors that you would find in the Pro markers. And to be honest, whether you choose a bullet nib or a brush nib is entirely up to you as the user. And that brings us to our little friends over here. What you'll find when you look online is just an abundance of collections, different collections in various boxes, different types of packaging, and it can get a little bit overwhelming as to which one you should go for and what you want. Now, my opinion on collections is basically this. Don't buy them. Always buy the pens as singles, because 9 times out of 10, although you're gonna be saving money if you get, say, this collection of, I believe it's 24 plus 1 markers, you will be saving some money by buying this entire collection, but chances are there are gonna be many, many colors in here that you are just not gonna be using and have no use for. This is one of the problems I have when I used to buy collections, is there would be, I don't know, like a lipstick pink, and I'd never, is that a color? Probably lipstick red, lipstick pink, they're the same. I would just never use it, so I have no need for that. So I would have saved myself some money by not buying it in the first place. Yeah. But then don't touch me. Stay. There. Stay up. Haha! But these collections, however, are actually pretty good. So right here we have a black set. Now, if you are serious about doing art, you're gonna wanna get yourself these. Get as many black markers as possible. Whether you get the Promarkers or the brush marker variants, it's egal. It doesn't matter. It's whatever one you... It doesn't matter what you do. I said it. Okay. It's egal. It doesn't matter. It's whatever. You can, yeah, just work. But yeah, so what you'll find is you will actually run out of blacks quite regularly. So getting yourself as many black markers as possible is a must. And the black marker from the Promarkers is just absolutely amazing. This collection, however, is a skin marker set. And you'll find loads of these. They'll have various ones like an ocean set, I think, I don't know. They have like a bunch of different sets which have a random assortment of colors that are supposed to be related to each other. It's up to you. I mean, I only use like 3 of those colors, but hey, it depends on what you're doing as to what colors you need. I personally would just prefer to buy the 3 colors individually. But one thing that I do like about these is the packaging themselves. I do love that the packagings are very, very simplistic. They show you what's inside them. They have nothing on the front except for what they are. And on the back, they just tell you what colors are in there. That's it. None of this, that. What is that? Who is this? Ow, I'm stuck in there. So the next point worth talking about is the inks themselves. Now these inks inside of Promarkers and brush markers are very, very versatile. But one of the main features about these inks is that they are translucent, meaning that when it comes to overlaying on top of them, you can get gradual gradients of tones, you can blend, and you can pretty much just go over your previous color quite easily and create a new dynamic effect, which is really useful. Now apparently on the site, according to the site, which we're taking a look at here, these work on glass, which I didn't know. And if they do work on glass, that's pretty cool. We're gonna find that out in the next video, but I've never tried that. I've never even attempted. I didn't even think that would be possible, but hey, apparently they work on glass. Now they are an alcohol-based ink, which is pretty much the standard if you are trying to get into markers. You'll wanna get yourself some alcohol-based markers. You don't wanna go for water-based markers in general. You get different effects, but alcohol markers are, in my opinion, superior. I mean, you can't go for either. It's not that important, but alcohol is better, obviously. We all love alcohol, right? But one point of interest and one thing that actually sways a lot of people, and something I hear a lot of complaints about, is the fact that Promarkers and brush markers do not have refills. You can actually change the nibs, despite what many people think. You can't buy Winsor & Newton nibs themselves, which are actually really good nibs, so I wouldn't really suggest you change the nibs, but you can change the nibs with any other similar sized nib. You just pull them out, pop them in, done, but I wouldn't really recommend that. We're so dirty over here. But when it actually does come, okay. But when it does actually come to the refills themselves, I don't personally find it useful refills. As I say, there's like 1 or 2 colors that maybe I would benefit from a refill, but all in all, it's extremely rare I run out of colors. I mean, I still have this thing, this marker from way back like 9 years ago, and I've not run out of the ink. It still works perfectly fine, and that's because I just don't use it. They don't dry up, they last forever, so why would I need a refill for that? It just doesn't seem worth it, to be honest. There's like 2 or 3 colors that I would maybe run out of, and I just don't. It's not worth them manufacturing refills for that. But if you do want to refill them, you could just, what's it like, what's the white spirit or something you could just put in them? Don't put vinegar in it. What could you could put something in there, and you could like Hey, the camera. Whoops. Oh God, hit the lens. Whoa. So now it's time to take a look at the pricing and see where these markers match up with their competitors. We're just gonna give Copic a second to catch up here. Wow. What I've done here is created 2 price points, one for the US and one for the EU, because our prices do vary quite differently depending on where you are. However, both of the prices are set to dollars. And as we can see right here, the Winsor & Newton Pro and brush markers do vary in price. Although both of the variants are the same price, your location will certainly play a large part in how much you pay for these markers. But I do think they fall into a very fair price point, especially for those of you in the EU. But if you are in the United States, hey, at least they're still cheaper than the Copics in the EU. Now, of course, it's not always about the price of a marker that makes a good pen, but how do they blend? And as you'll see here, I've separated both the Pro marker and the brush marker variants from each other because they do act a little bit differently. As we can see on this chart right here, I have put the brush marker a little bit ahead of the Pro marker. That isn't to say that the brush markers do blend better, however, they do certainly blend a lot easier, which makes the brush variant, in my opinion, a better blending tool for someone who is just starting out or someone who wants an easier life. So how would I rate these markers out of 10? Now you are probably going to be surprised to see the Ohuhu ones breaking ahead here and the Copic ones falling back a little bit. I will go into that in the next videos when I explain both of those markers, but right now I just wanted something as a sort of comparison, so I picked those two which most people are familiar with. But I chose today to put the Winsor & Newton markers very high, at around an 8 to a 9, which I think is very reasonable out of 10. They are exceptional markers, taking everything into account from the pricing to the accessibility, the variety of colors, and of course the way that they blend. They are top tier markers, and it is going to be very difficult to dethrone these markers. Now that is it, we have covered Promark. Hello, can I do this outro, please? Ow. Thank you. No! Now there it is, we have... Keep on, let me finish this. So there we have it, everyone. We have covered Promarkers yet again. Now I am sure there are many points that I have missed during this video. This is, however, the first ever episode that I've done. I'm still trying to figure things out. If there is anything you'd like me to talk about in future videos or something you'd like me to mention when I do reviews in future videos, please leave those comments down below. This is obviously a learning experience for me, and I really did like this. I really did enjoy making this video today. I guess he enjoyed it as well. Oh, thank you. Well, unfortunately, that is all we have time for today. My name has been ADCArtAttack. His name is Kiba. His name is Bob, and we will see you all again in the next video. Until don't bite the desk. Until next time, take care of yourselves, look after yourselves, and hopefully this video helped you in making some choices as to whether you should buy the Pro and brush markers or not. Goodbye. Kiba. This is a Winsor... This is a Winsor & Newton Pro and brush marker. No, wait. Why am I saying Pro and brush marker? They just go hand in hand. We'll talk about that in a moment. This is a Winsor & Newton bro marker. It's a bro marker. These are bro markers. Right, second camera. Yes, business markers. Wait, what? Business markers? Oh my God. This is the worst entry to any informative series going.
It's very
We suck.